Today, we are going to talk about the #1 destroyer of RVs.
Hey guys, it's Izzy from Endless RVing, the channel that brings you the best in RV DIYs, product reviews, RV tours, and so much more. If you're new to the channel, we invite you to subscribe below, hit the notification bell, and if you're back for another video, we thank you for joining us. In this video, we are going to talk about the #1 intrusion to RVs, what's going to cause the most problems, destruction to your RV. That is going to be moisture. Okay, that's going to come in two forms: humidity and actual moisture intruding your RV. So regarding moisture or water, liquid intruding your RV, highly likely the #1 place that's going to be is from your roof. Now that can be from roof seals that are bad, vent seals are bad, holes in the roof, windows, whatever it may be. We did a video on maintaining your seals. We're going to link that above, but that's not really the focus of this video. Be aware that that's probably going to be your most common place.
So RV interior moisture is going to be caused by a difference in temperature from the interior and the exterior of the RV. So a little quick interesting tip, which I think is pretty neat. You don't even realize how much it accumulates. With perspiration and exhalation, RV moisture actually can increase 1/10 of a gallon or a half a liter, or every person every 12 hours. For example, we'll get into damp rids, but you see the amount of water that accumulates in these bags. You don't realize how much and how quickly it can accumulate.
Yeah, and an RV is the perfect petri dish breeding ground for this just because of its size, right? It's relatively compact, length, width, and height. There's not much room. It's really going to be affected more dramatically than in your classic sticks and bricks. So we are going to use in this video the terms moisture and humidity. They mean the same thing, right? Humidity is just moisture in the air.
So it's really important to keep a handle on this interior moisture because it can cause mold, mildew, which in turn then can cause wood to rot. It can cause metals to become damaged and rust and all corrosion on your components, which can really ruin your RV. So you want to keep the humidity inside your RV between 30 and 50%. All right, you can measure this with a hygrometer, and we actually do have one that we use, which is really good. We're going to link it up here. We did a video on that. We use the Govee, great product that we really haven't had any issues with, and we're really happy with it.
You can monitor it remotely. We really got it for the dogs, but
right.
It holds two purposes. Another little tidbit of information: if you are in storage and you can't be plugged in, try to open up your cabinets, drawers, whatever, because that becomes like little pockets for moisture to build up, and it's dark. It's like that perfect petri dish. So what are some of the big culprits causing moisture, humidity buildup inside your RV? Showering. If you take a hot shower in your RV, it's going to cause steam. Steam is moisture. Now, if you take a really cold shower, not as much. Second thing, cooking, especially if you're boiling water or you're using propane, that increases the amount of moisture and heat in your RV. Hair drying is another cause of moisture because you're blowing hot air. Hot air hits cold air, creates humidity. Poor air circulation. So if you don't have a good venting system or you don't have your windows open, that can cause a buildup of humidity in the air also.
So next one for you Instapot cookers. Instapot steam is a big one. Just like the shower, the Instapot, when you release that valve, creates a lot of steam at a very fast pace. Hanging wet clothes, if you have bathing suits or things like that, or you're washing clothes and drying them inside, that's going to also cause an issue. Put the clothes outside so that moisture can be released, not inside your RV.
We told you about all the problems, right? We're going to give you some solutions. Use a hygrometer. Now, that's not going to resolve the amount of humidity, moisture in the air, but it's going to give you an accurate measurement, okay? We use that, and it works really well. It's super accurate. So second thing, use a dehumidifier. What is a dehumidifier? It's a machine. They come in all different sizes. It takes air, pulls the air in, takes the moisture out, and dumps it in a little bucket, right? Our basement at home, our sticks and bricks, a lot of times we'll work out together in the basement. It's not huge, but just the perspiration, exhaling, it causes a lot of humidity to build up down there. We've actually seen it like on the floor. It's like a swamp. We invested in a couple of these, one for the home, one for the motorhome. It will blow your mind how much moisture and humidity it takes out of the air.
Izzy gets very excited to empty this out, right?
Yeah.
And it's just tons of water in it from a very short amount of time.
It's crazy. Third thing, if you don't want to go the dehumidifier route, like if you're in storage and you just don't have electricity, then go with damp rids, right? Put those all over your RV. We use them. We don't use them as much now with the dehumidifier, but they work. They don't work as good as a dehumidifier, but you can see. We like the hanging ones because the hanging ones show you like the product, like what you're getting, and yeah, they build up, especially in the summer. Within a couple days, a couple weeks or whatever, we got to change them out.
Next one is make sure to use your fans, vents when you're cooking, you're showering, you're washing dishes, whatever. So we have 2 fantastic fans. We have one in our kitchen, one in our bathroom. We use those all the time when we're doing these specific things because we know it's a really good way to get that moisture out, and that's where we want it.
It also helps reduce the amount of times you set off the smoke detector, especially when you're toasting bagels.
Yeah.
Put those fans on if you don't want to get, scared with the smoke detectors.
When you're cooking, cover your pots and pans to, again, avoid as much steam as possible being released into the air. Or what a lot of people do is cook outside, right? A lot of people have the Blackstone or they use the grill on the campgrounds, whatever. But cooking outside is going to alleviate a lot of the steam that's going in.
Also, use your air conditioner units. Now, of course, this is not practical in the winter, but in the winter you might not have as much. The air is usually a lot drier in the winter. But air conditioning is functioning normally, should be pulling humidity out of the air. I know when we run our air conditioners in our rig, we usually at like 50%, sometimes even less on the hygrometer. So use your air conditioners.
Next one, you can do this. I mean, we have a bathroom on our RV, so we're going to use it. But if this is a concern for you, you can always use the bathhouse at a campground, okay? At this point in time, most bathhouses are closed in certain areas because of COVID, so that's not an option. But it is another way to avoid more moisture.
And just following up what MJ said regarding if you use your bathroom and take showers, we do. What we do when we're done showering, we have a squeegee. We squeegee everything all out of the shower, everything down that's in the pan below. We squeegee all that down into the gray tank, and then I physically dry it, right? And this serves 2 things. A, it keeps the bathtub and shower clean for the most part. It also doesn't allow mildew to build, and it doesn't allow that moisture to maybe seep somewhere, right? So if it's sitting there for a long time, these things are rattling. I don't even play games with it. We've been doing this since we owned RVs. And it's worked. We do it at home too. Quickly just squeegee, dry it out, and it's gonna reduce that amount of moisture that's in your bathroom. Finally, regarding windows. Now you'll see this a lot in the colder environments. You can go out and you can see, a lot of times you can see the RVs that don't have double pane windows because you'll see it'll be like frosted, right?
We had one that
yeah,
was on
it used
our
to happen
trailer.
to us. That doesn't happen with us now. So basically when you have heat on the inside, it hits that cold window, it creates that condensation. How you can reduce this, double pane windows working properly should help reduce that. But they also have these window installation kits. You can get them at any big box store. They're basically like a saran wrap. You put them on your windows, they help reduce that, and they also help keep heat inside the RV. It doesn't let heat escape through those windows. So you might want to check that out. They're relatively cheap, and it's an easy DIY installation.
You can get it right on Amazon, right? Like
yeah, Amazon,
3M
Home Depot, Lowe's, they
yeah.
all have them. Even Walmart should probably have that.
Right. So we give you a lot of tips, different ideas to help you reduce the amount of moisture in your RV. It's not all of them. Put in the comments below, what do you guys do? Did we miss something? What do you do that's different? Let us know in the comments.
Also, if you're having this problem and there's somebody that has this problem, feel free to share this video, give it a thumbs up if you thought it was useful. Finally, to the left of us, we're going to put our RV DIYs as well as our RV Essential Upgrades playlist. And for myself and MJ, we thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the road.